Most people do not think about tariffs when they buy a washing machine, a phone, a pair of shoes, or a bag of groceries. They just see the price. And when that price goes up, they blame the store, inflation, or maybe the company selling it. But sometimes, hidden inside that higher price is a tax most people never voted for directly and never see printed on the receipt. That tax is called a tariff. And when politicians say tariffs are paid by foreign countries, it sounds powerful. It sounds like America is finally making other countries pay. But in real life, tariffs often work differently. They can become a trap, and the people stuck inside that trap are usually regular consumers. A tariff is basically a tax on imported goods. If a company brings products into the country, the government can charge extra money at the border. The official goal is usually to protect domestic industries, punish unfair trade, or pressure another country into changing its behavior. On paper, that sounds simple. Make foreign goods more expensive, and maybe people will buy more local products. But the modern economy is not simple. A product is rarely made in one place from start to finish. A car may use parts from several countries. A phone may be designed in one country, assembled in another, and made from components produced around the world. Even small businesses often depend on imported materials, packaging, machinery, or tools. So when tariffs rise, the cost does not stop at the border. It moves through the supply chain. Importers pay more, businesses pay more, retailers pay more, and eventually, consumers pay more. That is why tariffs can feel invisible. No one says, "Here is your tariff bill." Instead, the price of the item quietly rises. A sofa costs more, a refrigerator costs more, a car repair costs more. A construction project costs more, a small business has less margin, and a family that was already stretched gets stretched a little more. This is the first problem with trade wars. They look like a fight between countries, but they often become a bill for households. The second problem is retaliation. When one country puts tariffs on another country, the other country may respond with tariffs of its own. That hurts exporters. A farmer may sell less overseas. A manufacturer may lose customers. A company that depends on international buyers may suddenly become less competitive. So the same policy that claims to protect one industry can damage another. That is the trap. Tariffs can help some companies while hurting others. They can protect one job while threatening another. And the public often hears the emotional story of the protected industry, but not the quiet story of the small business paying more for parts. The third problem is inflation. If tariffs raise the cost of goods, they can add pressure to prices at a time when families are already sensitive to every dollar. People may not understand the policy details, but they understand this: life is expensive. When trade wars make products cost more, the effect feels like another wave of inflation. And once companies raise prices, they do not always bring them back down quickly. A tariff may start as a temporary weapon, but higher prices can become sticky. Businesses adjust, contracts change, consumers get used to paying more, and the new price becomes the new normal. The fourth problem is that tariffs are politically attractive. They are easy to explain. We will protect our workers. We will punish unfair trade. We will bring jobs back. Those lines are powerful, but the actual results are harder. If a country wants to rebuild manufacturing, tariffs alone are not enough. You need skilled workers, infrastructure, energy, supply chains, automation, investment, and long-term strategy. Without that, tariffs can become more like a price increase than an industrial policy. The factory does not magically return just because imports cost more. Sometimes the company simply raises prices. Sometimes it moves production to another country not covered by the tariff. Sometimes it absorbs the cost for a while and then cuts jobs later. And sometimes consumers just pay more for the same product. This is where the story becomes personal. Imagine a family trying to buy a car. The car already costs more because of interest rates, insurance, and supply chain costs. Now tariffs make parts more expensive. The manufacturer raises the price. The dealer raises the price. Financing adds interest. Insurance adds more. Suddenly, the family is not just buying transportation. They are paying for a global trade fight they never asked for. Or imagine a small business owner importing equipment. A tariff makes that equipment more expensive. They delay expansion. They hire fewer people. They raise prices to survive. Customers complain. The business looks greedy, but the cost came from policy. This is why the phrase trade war can be misleading. In a real war, people understand there are costs. In a trade war, the cost is hidden inside everyday life, and that makes it dangerous. So who wins? Some domestic producers may benefit if foreign competition becomes more expensive. The government collects tariff revenue. Politicians get a strong talking point. Certain industries may get breathing room. But who loses? Consumers, small businesses, exporters hit by retaliation, companies with global supply chains, and lower-income households because they spend a larger share of their money on basic goods. That is the uncomfortable truth. A tariff can be sold as a weapon against foreign countries, but very often it behaves like a tax on your own people. The bigger lesson is this: trade policy is not just about patriotism or punishment. It is about prices, jobs, supply chains, and who quietly pays the bill. A smart country should protect important industries. It should fight unfair trade. It should care about workers. But if the only tool is tariffs, the result can become expensive, because making imports cost more does not automatically make people richer. It can simply make life cost more, and that is why the tariff trap matters. It turns a political promise into a household expense. It tells people someone else will pay. Then the receipt arrives in their own shopping cart. And in the end, finance is not just about numbers on a screen. It is about the choices we make, the systems we live in, and the future we are trying to protect. If this video helped you see money a little differently, subscribe to the channel for more clear and honest finance breakdowns. Thanks for watching.